I'll be
I
back.
hope that you continue to just keep pushing the way you have, man. And yeah, I look forward to more and more episodes. And I'm trying to gain and grow more on my end so I can support you in any other way, even if it's with coffee or coming in here and while you're, setting up for this episode, dealing with these fucking retards. It is kind of fun to fight with these people a little bit. Have a semi discord with them, but yeah, it's great to see everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming up, Saint Joseph, and for everyone. It's a collective effort, right? So we have our dark knight, like truth teller and Neon, that are in the front, but then it's all of us collectively that are making the change. And yeah, no, I'm like super white pill because there is so many more people that have woken up, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And thank you, everybody. All right, my friend Sue, how are you? Thank you so much for coming up.
Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for the mic and the space. I've never heard of Samuel, so this is good. I love learning new things. I wanted to tell though a case story. I think my friend is down below. She's a little shy. She told me I could share the story. I invited her and she came in the night of the DMSO presentation and she immediately got it and started taking it. She was extremely sick, vax injured, just bedridden, what have you. She called me yesterday, and she just can't think that she was able to get out of bed. She,
problem that your guy, and don't tell me, oh man, that's just campaign talk, man. Like what is that? Prices on day one. Well, don't say that.
But done. You're a grown damn man. If you thought that was going to happen, listen, brother, you're a grown man. If you thought anything, it has never ever in history worked like that when a president comes in and then day one shit just changes. You know that being an adult. What he's saying is, I'm going to try to do this in a timely manner. That's what I'm going to start working on day one. If anybody thought that he was going to stop all these wars and bring prices down on day one is a goddamn child. Come on, man.
I ain't gonna lie. That what the fuck he said though about that Ukraine war though. I ain't gonna fucking lie, bro. He said that shit. I promise you.
Is that what you thought though?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what they said.
So wait a minute. See, this is what I'm saying. We stop being genuine, right? So any other time if we talk about the okay, go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Hey, family, he did. Day one, he said, I got the power. I got basically like them motherfuckers gonna do what I say do. And me and Putin cool. I'm finna stop the war. So I did. I thought he was finna stop the motherfucking war.
Did he give a good faith effort? Did you see him bring dude to the White House and try to sign a deal that would put American civilians in that area that would secure them from being bombed by Russia? And then you see that same dude keep talking shit about Russia, and Trump telling him, yo, dog, you got to chill. And boy tell Trump, hey, well, y'all gonna have to get ready to put y'all citizens in harm's way. And Trump tell him, hold on, fam, don't tell us what the fuck we want to do over here. You get your shit and get the fuck out. That's not what happened?
Yeah, it did play out that way, but what also happened is the nigga kept sending the motherfucking money, and he still sending the money, bro. Come on now.
We have international agreements because this is what I'm saying. He's in nowhere situations, right? If he stops sending them money and we go through it with NATO and all that shit, then y'all be like, look what he did to NATO, see, because he ain't send Ukraine no money. If he send Ukraine money, y'all be like, he's still sending Ukraine money. If he tries to end the war and they don't play by ball, oh, look, he ain't in no war. If he don't say shit to him, but he's going to end the war. Like, it's a no-win situation. All I'm saying is, yo, if we can look at it and speak about that shit objectively and honestly, dude has tried to do everything that he said he was going to do. He's giving that shit a good faith effort.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. When his voters and him and people around him pop as much shit as they was popping in the primary and the election cycle, you know, going from town to town speaking, I'm going to end the war immediately, you know, all this stuff. I got, like she said, I got the power. He's talking about like he's the quintessential businessman that can get it done, and we're going to stop sending money over there. Okay, listen, check this out. You're saying, well, you guys need to be more mature in how you're analyzing his words. Okay, well, here's the whole thing. Maturity is holding the person to what they said. We didn't say it, he said it. We should be expected to have some magical abilities to read between the lines or read deeper into it. Don't say, well, you see, guys, he's really saying this, and his voters are really saying he's going to end the World War in one day. But those of us who are not voting for him, we're missing what they're actually saying, which is, he doesn't mean in one day. He means in a timely fashion. Well, listen, if that's what he meant, and that's what you guys knew he meant, then you should have just said that. You should have just said that. Don't come down later and say, well, that's not what he really meant when he don't do what he said he was going to do, because that's unfair. That's unfair.
So again, I'm going to ask again, any other time when we talk about the economy, anything like that, any president, when does the president that just came in 2 months ago get credit for anything that happens in that economy? When in the history of your fucking life has that ever been the case? This is what I'm saying. Because we don't like somebody, we want to go to the extreme. Come on, man. Yeah, they all campaign. campaign speak, campaign rhetoric. Yes, he was saying, I'm going to try to do this in a timely manner. And as I said before, he's tried to do that in a timely manner. Did it succeed? No, it didn't succeed. But that motherfucker tried. Was the other people trying to end the goddamn war? And then how about y'all saying he ain't in the Ukraine war, but y'all ain't in the Ukraine war, but there's 8 other wars that this man is credited for ending. He's been nominated 3 times for a Nobel Peace Prize for the Abraham Accords and just won the first inaugural FIFA Peace Prize that had 43 world leaders there to see this nigga accepted. But we'll sit there and point, oh, he ain't in that war the first day. Like, this is no objectivity, and it's because you want to lean one way. That's crazy.
They killed up all them innocent women and children over there in Gaza, bro. He shouldn't win a fuck thing. He was supporting that shit. I'm sorry. I think, and if we're gonna give him grace, okay? If we're gonna give him grace, then you might as well go ahead and give the pre.
Hello, moderators. I hate to remind you, you don't give grace. You already have it. It's kind of egotistical.
Well, do you care if I finish? Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's like you need to go to the previous administration and give them grace as well. I mean, hell, their hands was tied too then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just not being consistent across the board. That's all.
Okay, well, explain to me how they hand. Again, I've seen Trump come in and try to sit down with Zelensky and try to sign an agreement that would have, again, civilians there that would keep people from bombing them. Now, tell me, during the whole 4 years that Biden was in there, when did he try to sit down and bring both parties to the table to sign an agreement, to sign a peace agreement? When did that happen?
I don't know, but he definitely did it with Netanyahu. As a matter of fact, they say he wouldn't even fuck with Netanyahu. Netanyahu didn't like Biden because he wasn't playing with that Biden wasn't playing with that bullshit he had going on. So I can't tell you about the Ukraine other than the fact that I guess they was. Do you mind if I finish? Thank you, sir. I can't tell you about Ukraine, right?
I get
other
all
than the fact that, yeah, okay. Other than the fact that they was doing, I guess, had the same excuse you just gave Trump. You know what I'm saying? They got contracts and all that bullshit they got to follow through with. But I can tell you about Biden, and he didn't like Biden because Biden wasn't playing along with that bullshit he had going on. He literally said,
"What bullshit?
Genocide." And then your boy came into office supporting that shit. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, bro, but that's just like your opinion or something, and that's not a very good political analysis. Dr. Responsible knows the truth of the earth, and he can tell you exactly what that truth is. But you just like to talk because you're a green bean censor moderator.
Don't kick it out, please.
Wait. And also, those 7 wars that he claimed he ended when he was speaking at the United Nations, that's been thoroughly debunked. Most of those wasn't even wars. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'll pull it up because I played it actually where Ian Palu, the chief foreign correspondent for ABC, took them one by one and explained exactly what each one of them was and what the situation and surrounding them was. He did that one by one. Okay? And another thing, they literally created that FIFA award thing out the blue. That is not something.
No. Shut up. Play the tape of what wars.
Let me finish. That award. Okay, I'll do that in 1 second. That's no problem. I'll pull that up
what
right now.
What conflicts he didn't fix?
Here. Oh no, he wants me to pull that up. It's late night, and I'm gonna get it for you.
Yeah, I want you to pull it up.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm about to pull it up right now. I'm on you. Give me 2 seconds.
Got to pull that shit up for you. Give him 2 seconds, doctor. Because I tell you that shit.
This is what I'm saying. Look, listen, Erica. Listen, but this is what I'm saying, Erica. Now, we got the rest of the world, right? Again, this man has been nominated for Nobel Peace Prize 3 times. Done with it will disqualify the FIFA award, even though there's 43 other world leaders that were there. Not just one. There were 43 other, including leaders from China and all that, right? They were there to see that shit. They'll discredit it. Oh, no, that just came up. Oh, it was those 7 wars he talked about. Oh, it wasn't all actually wars. Like, so he didn't do anything good. He played no part in bringing peace to nowhere at all, nowhere, ever, no time. The Abraham Accords were some of the biggest instruments in bringing peace in the Middle East. He didn't do that, I guess, huh? That's the point.
That was Jared Kushner.
That was fucking bombing each other.
Yo, but Erica, this is what I'm saying. You're blaming him for what other people. That's like if Dunwoody and Dr. Responsible is arguing, right? And I say, Erica, I think I can get them to stop. And I go and I talk to them both, and they stop. I'm like, yo, that motherfucker stop. I talk to him, and then Dunwoody do something to Dr. Responsible. How you gonna look at me like, oh, see, you ain't do nothing? No, nigga, I tried. I'm not him. No, I can't control what that nigga do. I got them niggas to sit down. I got them niggas to talk. Them niggas said they was going to stop. When I turned around, them niggas kept doing it. You don't remember that nigga on TV? You're dealing with two countries that don't know what the fuck they're doing. You don't remember them saying that shit?
I remember, but wait a minute, I got it queued up. But then you don't get to get the cookie because you ain't really
Stop it.
Hold on. I got it queued up.
But the implication is that he lied about something. But if he's trying to do something that doesn't work, that's not the same connotation as him lying about something. And that's the implication.
In this instance, right, I'm talking about this prize he winning. You understand what I'm saying? Why they giving him a prize? But for what?
Right. And it's just a made-up
He
prize.
only been in office for 10 months. I mean, 10 months. What he getting the prize for now?
Because they figure out if
Because we're not doing nothing with these 7 wars that Dunwoody is about to debunk.
I got it queued up. Hold up. I got it queued up. Dunwoody got it queued up. We don't make up lies here. Let's go right here. ABC 7. This is for Chief Correspondent Ian Panel, that foreign correspondent.
President Trump is touting his peace efforts around the world. In his address to the UN General Assembly, he took credit for stopping 7 global wars and conflicts. But in some cases, his role in the negotiations and how long the peace could last are unclear. Now the president says some are even advocating peace. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Panel has the details.
Yeah, hi Diane, that's right. We've heard this claim repeated often by President Trump and by the White House that he has been involved in helping to resolve conflicts. And these 7 conflicts, or he said 6, and then they changed it to 7. So what are these conflicts that President Trump has talked about so repeatedly? Well, first of all, let's go through them in time order, if you like. India, Pakistan, back in April, the conflict there erupting after 26 civilians were killed in a terrorist attack that India blamed on Pakistani military. Now, Trump has repeatedly taken credit for imposing a ceasefire on these 2 nations. A situation was highly volatile and highly dangerous. President Trump using trade and sanctions as both a carrot and a stick. Now, while Pakistan has credited President Trump's role, India's Prime Minister Modi has said that no one forced India to cease fire.
This is fucking bollocks. We don't take our news from the British Broadcasting Corporation. I'm done with this.
Can you stop talking while I'm playing this, my man?
I'm fucking done with this shit. I don't care about the BBC.
Hold on, Dunn, before you go any further. This is what I'm talking about, Erica. Now, India said nobody's forcing India to do anything. The Pakistani president said, no, President Trump was influential in helping us do it. Dunn is saying he ain't do nothing. That shit is debunked. What
Wait a
the
minute.
fuck?
Let
That
me
shit
finish.
crazy.
Hold on for a second. What I'm saying is that he took the claim of saying that he ended 7 wars. At the very least, it is dubious at best. Even if you don't want to use the word debunk, it is dubious. Hold up for a second, man. Hold up for a second. This is what I don't like about you Trump people.
I'm trying to agree with you.
When you guys get into a conversation with people,
You Trump people, we fucking Americans like you, brother.
can you shut up, man? Let's just continue with the video because the India said no one forced them to ceasefire. Okay, Pakistani said what they said, so that situation is dubious at best, brother.
Listen, somebody coming to a peace agreement or coming to an agreement, they're going to say he didn't force us to, but he was influential and coming to the table and coming to peace, right? That's what we're talking about, fam. We're not saying he went in there stronger than y'all niggas going to stop shooting around. That's not what we're saying, dog. We're saying he was influential in getting those people to the table and helping bring peace to the region. And we agree that he did that. The Pakistani president said he did, right?
What the Pakistani president said he did, the Indian president said nobody forced them into a ceasefire.
Nobody's saying anybody's forcing anything, but they got to the table and they ceasefire, right?
Okay, well, he didn't get Trump or listen. The Indians, hold on for a second. I want to continue playing the video. Listen, I want to continue playing the video. This is the objective. Hold on. I want to continue playing the video to get the video. Bro, it's not stupid. Let me finish playing the video. I just want to get this objective thing. Bro, it's not stupid. Okay, just call it something stupid because you don't like it. Doesn't make it stupid. I want to just continue playing the video. Let me play this objective thing real quick. Okay, I want to show you this objective thing based on what Ian Panel has said thus far. Okay, which is statements by the parties involved. Okay, what we can say objectively is that Pakistani, I will give you that.
Man, I'm done with this. Get to the point. Land your plane down.
I am not arguing that, but at no time in Ian Panel's referencing the governments did India make any statements crediting Donald Trump with anything. That is just objective knowledge. They didn't credit him with anything. But let's continue.
Man, it's called an opinion, not a fact, brother.
Prime Minister Modi had said that no one forced India to cease fire. June of this year, Israel and Iran, remember, the two nations exchanging artillery, missiles in a conflict that was brief but very bloody. The war ended, but a state of hostility certainly remains. And again, there's been claims and counterclaims about and set back Iran's nuclear program. But I think it's undeniable that the role of the United States in this conflict was a key factor in bringing an end to it, at least for now. How long remains to be seen. Rwanda, June of 2025, the US brokered a peace deal between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, who was aimed at ending this conflict that's been going on in East.
Did he say the Jewish conflict?
The President Felix Tshisekedi said that a U.S. media, this is very recently, the U.S. mediated peace deal signed with Rwanda has not calmed the fighting, though. In eastern Congo, the rebels are still there. There are breaches.
Hello? How long is this?
Tending to end the conflict, though.
Yo, Ricky, this is your brother-in-law, your sister's brother. And my sister's upset because you on Clown House talking to these fucking...
Upsurge in tensions, which again have been simmering for a long time in the border region. Cambodia and Thailand agreeing to an immediate and unconditional ceasefire following peace talks that were actually brokered by the Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. At least 30 were killed, thousands displaced. Donald Trump intervened to force a ceasefire again.
Hey, yo, maybe I'll try to spread it out throughout the year. 16 is a pen. Alright, let me see. What else? Alright.
Candace did a good job of pointing it out. She's been on all of these shows. She's going on all of the legacy media that you don't trust. That's where she is going with her message. Okay? That's where she's going. All of the establishment media. Why is that? Why are they allowing her to do that? Because
when you do blood donations, you're donating all the blood. But plasma is the whole procedure. Plasma, let me look it up. Plasma donation. Okay, plasma donation uses a machine called plasma. Blood is drawn out, plasma is separated, and the remaining blood cells are returned. So the visit.
It's all bad for us, though. It's all downhill from here, gentlemen and ladies.
So crazy in this time that you guys have been talking, and I have been not listening at all. I was watching this YouTube video called The Price of Self-Respect. Yikes.
So the issue is the definition of thorough that JP has.
The definition of thorough, the word thorough.
Pardon, let me land. The definition of thorough that JP has is presenting a certain levels, presenting a certain, let's say, criteria or bar, or it denotes a certain behavior connected to somebody's dedication to you or how they look at you, right? And under that understanding of that definition, there would be none of the things that the other gentleman is highlighting. That like that women would not hold you down in certain situations. That's not thorough according to the definition. That's all I'm saying. And if you stand on, well, these people were thorough, but they didn't do these things, that's not consistent. It's not the same. We all have ears and brains that are connected, and we're going to have questions. And notice that that's not that's it.
Well, I'll take it one step further, JP. With your peers, your co-workers, your boss,
Can somebody else? Because I'm not talking to him, but he's talking to me. So can somebody else?
I said JP. Hey, are you crazy?
Can somebody else go, please? Because this was me and JP, Paul, and I just want to hear somebody else's thoughts, please.
Since when you can dictate who talk, nigga?
Nigga, my name God. That's what my woman and my peers call me, according to your law, dickhead.
What y'all talking about? I can start talking.
Yeah, y'all don't know what they are.
That's your question. Let me ask you a real semi-serious question.
Who you talking to, Pete?
Hey, let me, because he said we were talking about it. I'm gonna ask her a question. Hey, what's going on? Dude,
Okay.
would you ever use what your man's peers think about him as a criteria or a measurement as to how you think about him, how much you like him, love him, or respect him?
No.
No, can I ask you a question?
Yeah. And I can give the reason why though too. I mean,
Okay, go ahead. You can do that.
No, I can answer the question first.
Okay. Let's say you dating a man, you feel like he a businessman, right? And when you go out in public with him or around his peers, either who he do business with or around or associates or whatever, and you see everybody treating him like a jank, like, I don't trust him. You see everybody treating him like, I wouldn't trust him if I was you.
We'll look at that funny.
You are looking at that funny, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say nobody even tell you nothing about him, like that nigga just janky, but you could just feel a vibe of people. You see he want to do business with people and they avoid him. You see people giving him the that face, or you know what I'm saying, or people calling him lazy or anything. You don't.
Elected, he was being investigated for this shit, and then so 8 years goes by, nothing, and then fucking 4 years goes by with fucking Joe Biden, nothing. So the selective outrage is really fucking what bothered me, is that you guys don't really give a fuck about the kids. You give a fuck about Orange Man as bad, and that's why you look so terrible. The optics look horrible, and we're gonna find out there's just like the fucking Russia dossier, the Russia scam. There's
a lot
nothing.
of people fell for it, though. I mean, but the right, Donald Trump, like, he's to blame as well, right? So both of them used Jeffrey Epstein so that they could platform, like, their position. And unfortunately for Trump, by using Jeffrey Epstein, by saying he's going to release the files, he cornered himself at that time. But I don't think that there's even that many kids or whatever that is. I think that's just a made-up story, bro.
Do you guys want to build on that in the room so we can change the title and see if we can get some traction on it?
I would like
So, Mo, here's the thing, man, and I pissed some Trump supporters off because I generally am a Trump supporter. I was super mega, but, you know, I've been a little disappointed with some things. You know, the America First has kind of disappointed me. We're not really doing a whole lot of, you know, not completely. I was waiting for a miracle, but one thing is.
Do you mind changing the title to something creative with the subject?
You forced me.
I'm not recording.
Well, first of all, but
anyway,
one America First means, though.
I don't know how to record.
Well, you got to worry about America. But here's the thing, man, is I've told a few people this, that I think that the Epstein thing hurt him badly. He should have released the files. You know, he should have just got on top of it. And I've had people push back, oh, that's not that big a deal. Maybe it isn't, because generally I think the economy and the border is the biggest deal. But a lot of people, though, are bothered by this Epstein thing. A lot of people are. You know, I mean.
I can't fucking do it. That's my bad. Look at the title, dude.
I love Trump.
I shouldn't have left Boris in charge of fucking. Look at that guy Green Bean, anyways. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, America first.
Look at the gun. Look at the gun behind.
Yeah, the water pistol.
Look at the.
Like a lot of people think that America first means America only. And,
Tina, do something about that.
What?
Let's switch it up. Let's go open mic. And
Don't. Trust me.
Wait. What's your conception of America first? Is it not America only?
First
Yeah.
of all,
Yeah,
America first to me, as someone who's right wing and MAGA, America first to me, for one thing is, you know, bringing back manufacturing, at least lowering something in the near term, lowering grocery prices. We want our fucking beef prices to go down. Beef prices are out of control. My grandparents own 2 grocery stores, and I know the beef price. Obviously, we all do. We shop. I mean, I've been buying a lot of pork and a lot of chicken lately because beef prices are out of fucking control. We want that fixed, one thing.
But didn't he say he was gonna fix that by outsourcing it?
I don't know, but one thing, there's a problem there. We don't need to outsource, and that's my other issue with that. We have lots of.
You do agree that with that concept of just like, oh, okay, we're gonna have better access to food, that tariffs need to be a factor in your like pedigree or understanding of America first.
I know, dude. Listen, I think tariffs are a good thing.
Maybe we're not agreeing what that actually means.
Let's welcome Omar to the stage. What up, Omar? If you got any kind of, you know what I'm saying, you want to speak on the subject, feel free. You know what I mean? We're kind of going to
I'm actually a bounty hunter. I'm looking for Stu.
Let's build on this, because I feel like
Shut the fuck up. Motherfucking Stu.
And Omar, you can say anything but we love bro. We're never saying.
Hey, where's Stu been, for real?
No, Stu ain't been here in months, bro.
For real? Is
He's been hanging out.
Alright,
He's in his secret.
Alright, back to the subject.
I got a great relationship with Stu, by the way. There's no hate. I'm just looking for him, that's all.
He ain't been on here in a while.
Alright, so America first means what, man?
To me, I want to get the grocery prices down. I definitely want the.
We know that, but I don't think he agreed with what you meant. What you think America first is? Or did you even answer the question?
Me?
Like, you said what you want to happen, but what do you think America first means?
Well, worrying about American issues, stop getting ourselves involved in foreign wars like Ukraine or Israel wars, with Palestine, or wars in fucking Venezuela, or wars in Africa. We don't want to be involved. America has got more debt than we know what to do with. Obviously, our debt, the interest in our debt alone is higher than our military spending. That's a huge concern.
Right. And there was one person in here who had said that America first isn't America only. So that individual needs to dictate or share themselves as what America first is.
Yeah, so America first means that we're the first in line when it comes to policies, foreign and domestic, that our motives or our priorities are always first in line. It doesn't mean that we're the only one in line. So if you have to be able to create this foreign policy that factors in a net positive, like securing South America or Central America before the Russian or China or any other foreign countries' interests are served, it's good for us to be able to monopolize certain markets. Tariffs offset
deficits. We have leverage. We have to use it now. And that's the reason why it's America first. Though you might not understand why these moves are happening, the ends justify the means. So when I say America first, not America only, means we're first in line.
You think that fucking around with Venezuela is actually a good thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't.
Wait, hold on.
Of course you wouldn't.
Well, here's the thing, because actually I have hindsight. Hold on here, Nicholas. Hold on. Let me finish here. Let me just say, we have hindsight to know that just invading a country and spending a bunch of fucking money there does not really benefit us. Like, let's give an example. We spent how many years in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they lied to us, said that it was because the buildings got knocked down by
apples and oranges.
Samoa, you got your chance to talk. You got to let me finish.
Yeah, but it's apples and oranges, though.
No, it's not. It's the same. This is really the same. It's definitely comparable. Definitely comparable, because we are spending money on forever wars that do not fucking benefit us, and that's why America is not living America anymore. We are fucking, our groceries, our housing, our cars are fucking out of fucking control expensive. Our money is devaluing. We got fucking huge fucking, we got obviously huge amounts of debt. Americans are struggling. We do not need to spend money on forever wars. Venezuela is a forever war with no clear-cut fucking,
pretty clear-cut, right? So
what is it? Do they have a bunch of fucking oil? Because here's the thing. I don't give a fuck how many boats those guys. I don't care how many boats those guys send over to Jamaica or the Caribbean, because that's where it's going. It's not enough to justify fucking. It's not enough to justify overthrowing another fucking regime. Do you think overthrowing a regime like Saddam Hussein was a good thing?
Do you think choking off the outlets of their oil exportation is a good thing?
I think that we should not be fucking with those guys, because that is a drop in the bucket. Because it's a drop in the fucking bucket.
Who are they supplying with oil?
Who? Maybe Russia, China?
No, Russia's a major. Alright, so like let's say Iran, let's say like Cuba, let's say like these adversarial countries that have other
countries that literally don't fucking matter because they are tiny with a GDP. They don't fucking matter. That's what I'm telling you. These forever wars are hold on, let me ask you this.
Hold on, I get the point. Do you think BRICS? So do you think? You said hindsight, so let's just go a little futuristic here. Do you think BRICS is staying the course right now in the next 6 years? Do you think that they would be able to devalue the U.S. currency when people start going off the grid?
So I think that we are doing that ourselves. Just like Britain did, we just...
Our currency is like we're the universal currency. So off the grid means no longer using U.S. currency to purchase resources.
Yeah, we're the primary currency of the world. Yeah, the fucking.
If people stop using it, our currency's no longer valuable, right?
Well, if just like the British in fucking the 1890s, where the British pound became, it was the primary currency of the world. It started devaluing, and before World War II. World War II come along, and when they became the secondary currency, obviously they lost, their pound, the British pound, lost a lot of its value. 31% in some cases. That could happen here, yeah, but so that's not just because of BRICS, though, man. That's because we have been devaluing our currency on our own. We don't pay our fucking debts back. And our fucking money is not backed by anything but the faith of the U.S. government. It's not backed by anything tangible.
All right, wait, hold on. So the faith, right?
It's not backed by gold or anything like that. It's not backed by precious metal.
Yeah, gold is a constraint. Well, it's a constraint. That's the reason why we have a global economy with these types of commodities to be sold around. But let's just use the term faith. The more people that stop using our currency would be a direct indicator that faith is decreasing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then that means our currency will start decreasing as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So then, if you place sanctions on countries like we've placed on Russia oil, we placed on Iran, we placed on all these countries or whatever, right? If you place sanctions and they're circumventing your sanctions because people are black marketing Venezuela oil, then you can share that up by forcing them to use your currency to pay.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work because here's the thing: is America is not just the main player in the world anymore. Napoleon tried that with Britain, and fucking look what happened. He tried to implement a European blockade on goods and services on Britain. They were just like America and China, you know what I mean? If you're trying to force these people out, it's not going to work. People are still going to fucking do business with Russia and China no matter what you do. Hold on, let me finish. You got to stop it. You got to stop over talking me. So Napoleon, when he fucking tried to force Russia, when he wanted all these countries to say no more trade with Britain, and Russia started losing so much money because they no longer did business with fucking Britain. They just started doing it in the background. And Napoleon tried to enforce that by going into Russia in the fucking 1790s, and he fucking lost his ass. Dude, lost millions of men. Like, here's the thing: is you're not gonna stop the world from doing business with China through bully fucking tactics. All right. Yeah, listen, China and Russia,
you're not making the right comparisons
or these little countries that you're talking about, like fucking Iran, are still gonna get their fucking shit no matter what, bro. That's not a justification to fuck us Americans. We have to foot the bill for these forever wars. Meanwhile, we ain't got fucking healthcare. Our fucking housing is unaffordable. Our fucking groceries are unaffordable, and it's never fucking ending. And we gotta foot these never-ending fucking bills, bro. We spent how many years in Iraq and Afghanistan for what? They said that those buildings got knocked down by Osama bin Laden, but in hindsight, we know that's not fucking true. Hold on, let me finish.
You gotta land, bro. You gotta land.
Scattered, bro. Yeah. Let me finish.
And it's repetitive.
Bro,
but go ahead.
But it's the truth, though. We have fucking examples here, man, where America does this for no clear-cut reason. And all you want, Samoa, if we go and invade Venezuela or start spending money on fucking, all we're gonna do when we destroy or overthrow a fucking regime like Saddam Hussein, it doesn't result in the place being more peaceful. It results in the police being more fucked up. So that's all you want, man. We're spending more money on forever wars, and I'm tired of it. I want America first, goddammit. Worry about us first. Worry about people like Tina and Americans fucking who are really struggling. You know, worry about the grocery prices of the shit here. Worry about that fucking border that's only 40% fucking complete. I want to say, I want to see 90%. All right?
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead, Samoa. One mic.
Oh, what's up with Nicholas? You got something to say? Did he leave?
Yeah, I didn't see Nick.
Oh, yeah, he left. Yeah, I just wish people could start isolating and compartmentalize things, like where they're necessary, right? So you could do multiple things at one time.
You can chew bubble gum and walk at the same time? That's fucking a miracle.
Say that again, bro?
I was making fun of what you were stating, which is fucking obvious. What's your point?
America.
Yeah, I'm saying the federal apparatus has different interests. They're more long-term interests than like our local, right? So you kind of see it like a target. So when you got like the state of Montana is what you said, you guys have your own little economy there, agriculture, whatever this is. People were told at the very beginning of this that he's going to flip the status quo upside down. And then the analogy he uses is when people go into surgery and then they're in recovery, it's going to hurt for a little while, but it's going to get a hell of a lot better because you're going to have actual deals that are solidified, that are long-lasting, okay? So yeah, like, is it strategical for us to cut the legs off of second-tier like countries? Absolutely. Because what you don't want to do is allow what America is doing to Ukraine, to Russia, for Russia to do to America with Venezuela or China. Because once they start, and this is like a common thing, whenever we get into a conflict, Russia and the other countries finance that side because it's a prop up. It's kind of like a proxy war. And then when you look at Afghanistan, we did the exact same thing with the mullahs against Russia when we were funding the Taliban, right? So a lot of people don't understand exactly what this is.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
I'm aware of all that.
all right, so then when you're looking at let's say drugs, or like what's the best way to like disrupt like Russia or China strategically for us?
Drugs?
Say it again?
You don't really think it's about drugs, do you?
Yeah, I think that people, I don't think that it was accidental that America's morbid obesity rate and addiction rate is the highest in the world. And I don't think it's self-inflicted.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
Bro, you just mentioned drugs.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you don't think that that's actually a justification to be, basically seizing fucking ships and maybe invading Venezuela. You don't really... Some fucking drugs that are showing up in fucking... that's what they're...
You got no spine, Mountain. Life is worth a war every couple of years, don't you think, Mountain? We're already $39 trillion in debt. Fuck it.
Why not more wars, right, AI? Why not more fucking wars that aren't really clear cut, but they say it's all about fucking... It's about some drugs and a guy in a 60-foot...
Fuck it. It's because there's an alien invasion going on in Venezuela. We got to go in there and stop the aliens, just like your PTR. Let's just make it up. It doesn't really matter.
What about Zelensky's chief of staff who just fucking got arrested, his house busted in because he got caught fucking being involved in a $100 million money laundering scam? Oh, yeah, all this is... Literally, if you look at the military corporations in Iraq and Afghanistan, like, dude, these companies made nearly $1 trillion between those two wars. Those are the people that benefit. The politicians and the fucking military corporations and the fucking war profiteers.
You know, you run your mouth an awful lot. I'm just wondering when you're going to run for Congress and what your website is and what your X handle is and what your Instagram handle is and when you're going to run for Congress as opposed to coming on Clown House and running every night of the week. When are you going to run for Congress?
Mute up, bro.
When are you going to run for Congress? Are you playing video games right now?
Yeah, I am talking to you guys. But here's the thing, though, bro. Here's the thing, really, though. Okay? I mean, honestly, Samoa's just waving the American fucking propaganda flag so we can piss more fucking money away on another war that isn't fucking clear cut. But I thought a man like him, who I thought was intelligent, would understand what the fuck America is doing at this point. These are money fucking wars. That's all they are, bro. Is it a coincidence that Venezuela has some of the highest oil reserves in the world? No, it's not. That's really what the fuck it's about. It's about regime change. And we know Gaddafi in fucking Syria, Gaddafi in Libya, Bashir al-Assad in Syria, Saddam Hussein in Iraq, and I can keep on going on. Where when we fucking take these regimes out, it does not result in peace and prosperity. It results in fucking bullshit, wars, and fucking instability. And that's what's happening in the Middle East. And I'm sorry, but I have to point this out. Is it a coincidence that these countries like Syria, Libya, and Iraq are around Israel? No, it's not. I think we do a lot of our fighting for Israel. And I'm frank.
You mean to tell me we're fighting for the Jews, not for America?
I have a right. I think Israel has a right to exist, and I am a Christian. But I am tired of these forever wars that they fucking say that's because the building got fucking knocked down in 2001. When we fucking saw last week those buildings in Hong Kong built for 4 motherfucking days and did not collapse. Not one of them. But they want us to believe that Tower 7, maybe it's Twin Towers, but Tower 7, because of a little bit of fire, collapsed. And that was a justification to invade 2 fucking countries and spend trillions of dollars. And now you're wondering why your groceries and shit are so expensive. Because those forever wars, folks, are fucking us in the ass. So Samoa, keep on waving that flag, and you're gonna fuck us in the ass. Because with people like you is why we're allowed to fucking go in places like Venezuela. Fuck.
Speaking all facts.
These ain't fucking facts. Those are his fucking opinions, because there ain't no such fucking thing as opinions. There ain't no such fucking thing as facts. There's this thing called politic. And what he's doing is politicking and picking his nose, playing fucking video games, picking his fucking asshole, and never takes a shower because he's out here running his fucking mouth all day. When was the last time you went to the gym, fat boy?
Listen to this guy, bro. Listen to this guy, for real. Hey, go run your campaign, John. I'm sure it's doing very well.
Yeah, I'm sure your Clubhouse career is going great. You're a Clubhouse hero, real world zero, you fucking schmuck.
You're not making enough money, John. Your internet sucks.
You're on unemployment, and you install sprinkler systems, and you come on here and lecture on geopolitics. You should fucking run for Congress. You got it all figured out, don't you?
Better than eating fucking ribs and sitting up my balls like you, John.
Playing fucking video games, picking your booty hole, picking your toes in Poughkeepsie. Oh, I'm sick of fighting wars for the Jews in Israel. Fat ass, you install fucking sprinkler systems in Wyoming.
Oh, it's Montana. Thank you. It's Montana. I know. Hey, no, but listen, you have to vote for him, Samoa. He's running for Congress.
No.
Hey, okay. I'm going to join Mountain's campaign. Mountain, let me know where to sign up.
I'm not running for anything, man. I appreciate it. It's just I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these forever wars that we're getting fucked for, and we can Samoa.
You gotta stop like toting the lie. You gotta just understand like how the bread is made. People voted for Trump because they believe that he was the guy that's doing what you're talking about. Sometimes you have to fight where you have to keep your position. So it's one thing going from the bottom of the mountain, no point intended, but once you get to the top, your strategy totally differs, right? Because it's now how do you keep your spot? It's not how you get your spot.
King of the mountain.
So now you have to make sure that the environment is cohesive, and it stays that way. So there's a couple fires over there, you got to throw them out. A couple fires over there. But the one thing that any American, regardless if you're a liberal or conservative, whatever it is, what you don't want to do is lose the status that we have right now. That's what you don't want to do.
No, I agree.
Do you agree that we're starting fires, though?
Of course.
Justify our actions?
Well, I don't know what justify. So, you ever heard of a burnout? Like, there's a fire, so then you build trenches around the fire, and then you burn the fire out that way? Of course.
He's not saying that, Samoa. We're talking about, like, okay.
No, he's talking about us starting fires, yeah.
Well, yeah, so, like, have you heard, obviously you know about the Spanish-American War, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what was our justification to fight Spain?
We're here now.
No. What was the justification to fight Spain in the Spanish-American War of 1898?
Oh, I don't know. What was it?
Okay, let me refresh you. So what it was an explosion in a ship called the USS Maine in a Cuban harbor, and we blamed it on Cuba. We blamed it on Spain because it killed about 113 men, and there was a bunch of people. This propaganda was going around America. This is real. Look this up. The slogan that was going on weirdly, just like 9/11, but it was remember the USS Maine. Okay, so then we fight Spain, knock the fuck out of them. We annex Puerto Rico, we annex the Philippines, and then we get Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. Well, then independent researchers go in there, and they find that it was not an explosion by Spain, but it was a coal bunker fire. But Americans knew that. The American military knew that, but it was a justification to fight Cuba, okay? And what's fucked up is that it probably wasn't a coal fire. It was likely a bomb planted by America
but does that matter?
So anyway, yeah, it does, because, dude, wait a minute. We did that in 1898 Spanish-American War. Fast forward to World War I. Have you ever heard about the USS Lusitania?
No.
The USS Lusitania was a ship that was sunk by the German military, but it was carrying a bunch of munitions, 100 tons of munitions that was destined for Britain. And Germany warned through pamphlets and through the news that if the British or if America is sending weaponry, because that was American munitions, if they're sending it even through civilian boats, that they're fair game. But we knew that, and we had Americans on these ships, bro. And because 13 Americans got killed when Germany torpedoed that ship, the U.S. Lusitania, that was justification to invade, to get involved in World War I. World War II, we had 6 days advance. Wait a minute. Let me finish.
The ends justify the means.
Let me finish. World War II. World War II. World War II. We had 6 days advance notice that the Japanese Navy had left their harbor, and then we had 52 minutes advance notice on radar that the Japanese planes were coming in. We left our ships out there to be attacked to justify invading. To join the war, because FDR at the time, he ran on not invading the war. He ran on neutrality. But we needed to be attacked to justify basically being involved in World War II. We come along to Vietnam. Have you ever heard about the Gulf of Tonkin incident?
Yes.
The Gulf of Tonkin incident was a bullshit lie. Hold on. These are justifications. These are justifications to get involved in fucking wars. I want you to understand what America is doing.
What do you think ends justify the means?
Stop it. I want you to understand. Let me finish.
You're just wasting our time, bro.
Gulf of Tonkin comes along. We lie and say we were attacked by a Vietnamese ship that justified us getting involved in Vietnam. Okay.
Did I just hear Samoa say somebody's wasting our time on fucking Clown House? That's rich coming from you, Samoa. That's fucking projection right there.
The end justify the means?
Project Northwood.
Say that.
So basically all it is, man, is we have to have justification to get involved in these wars, and a lot of them are bullshit. Project Northwoods was actually a false flag attack proposed of JFK in 1963 to attack to blame it on Cuba. They were going to hijack American civilian planes, and they were going to attack the U.S. Capitol. It's strikingly similar to 9/11. The only reason why we didn't do it is because fucking JFK turned it down. That was declassified in 1997. Fast forward to 2001, and those fucking attacks are strikingly similar to Project Northwoods, and it was justification to invade 2 motherfucking countries, and those buildings we know were not fucking knocked down by no planes, especially Building 7.
We agree with you, but who cares?
We gotta land that plane, my boy. Gotta land that plane.
I understand. I'm sorry. I want you to understand what America is doing, bro. These are bullshit.
Spirit, bro.
So all it is, though, is that America, again, is bullshitting you.
You're about to lose people's attention, bro. You gotta land that fucking plane.
One more thing.
I'm your main sport, though. You gotta land.
All right, one more thing. You're going to tell me that these fucking boats that are carrying a few fucking drugs are justification to invade fucking Venezuela? It's a lie.
And we're number 1, right? So the ends justify the means, right? So when we say the ends justify the means, it means sometimes you gotta do some fucked up shit to be number 1. Do you want to be number 2, Mountain? How about number 3, Mountain? Have you ever lived a life? Hold on. Have you ever lived the life of not being number 1, Mountain? Have you?
Making a fucking argument here because America is being hated by everyone for our action.
And we're still number 1.
Okay, how? But we got
the
most
death. Our gas chambers okay? I mean,
hold on. Okay. If we're number 1, would you like to feel how living like number 2 feels?
How long is this sustainable?
As long as we keep finding our justifications, right?
I mean, it's been sustainable for the last, 200-some years?
And that's not that long in the whole fucking specs of thing.
We just sat here and listened to Mountain. As long as we keep finding these justifications, we'll always be number 1, right, Mountain?
No, we won't, because Americans...
Oh, my gosh.
What it is, bro, is the ass is going to finally fall out of the bottom of this, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't you understand?
All right.
People are opening their eyes.
We spend more money on our military. We just passed a $900 billion bill just now.
We spend more money on our military so that we have eyes and feet on the ground around the world. In order for you to move something that has that large of an imprint globally, it's going to take a lot of time. The first thing that you would want to do is do what Zeus did. Whenever there was a child or adolescent that even had the appearance of being able to uproot them, he ate them. Right? Name a country right now that's the closest that we don't have tabs on right now that can overthrow America right now.
Well, the other countries are now keeping together and to realize the capacity. So all this, they call it BRICS. I mean, I'm not, you know, nothing about the conversation, but.
Oh, let's go jump in, bro. Like, this is
No, welcome to the conversation, brother. We like to have other opinions instead of having this ping-pong conversation.
It doesn't have to be contentious, bro.
Russia, China, you know, I gotta Google it. I'm not, you know what I mean, but.
I mean,
together now.
what do you think happens when our debt is up? I mean, because you're talking about military spending, like I said, the debt. The interest on our debt is so high that it's higher than our military spending alone. And this shit is not sustainable. You're going to have rising interest rate payments, high borrowing costs for everyone, and slow economic growth, dude. Eventually, bro, it's going to slow our fucking economic growth, bro. You're going to have fucking...
Who bombed our debt?
She loves to say hi.
China?
To the big guy.
Who holds
We don't have earthquakes, we don't have
the
hurricanes,
massive
we don't have
majority
alligators.
of our
We don't
debt?
have earthquakes, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have alligators. We don't have earthquakes, we don't...
China.
No, we do, brother. We do. The American people. Alright?
And so that's what I'm saying. So that fucks us.
No, it doesn't. Do you think that debt is a good thing?
That's all you can say. Can you explain that? Don't just say no. Like, no.
Have you ever heard of something called leveraging debt?
Yeah.
Alright, so what happens is you start to create these incentives for other countries to start buying up their debt at 30-year, 10-year bonds that are going to mature. So it's in their best interest when they purchase a massive amount of these bonds that mature in 30 years, that America stays exactly where America is. So these are the people that are going to be holding America up because they want to return on their investment, right? So the more that we get them to buy these bonds, the more realistically speaking, America will maintain to keep advancing. Because when people start investing in bonds, they're investing in the country. So when they say $7 trillion, $8 trillion, $9 trillion of investment, that's a good thing. If they're talking about other countries getting massive investments, that's a bad thing. So for me, I just kind of keep it simple that way. You can leverage debt because not all debt is like the bills to be paid doesn't all hit you at the same time. So there's like different levels where you can leverage and then pivot, and then you can offset debt. You know what I mean? By just banking it to somewhere else. You can put it into like crypto.
At what cost, right?
Look at what we're doing with Argentina. Have you ever heard of swapping currency? With Argentina, the $40 billion. So a lot of people call it or whatever numbers. They say that this is quote unquote a bailout. So with countries that have like deflated economies, if we're able to give them the exact same amount of US dollar for them to be able to make their purchases, we make money off of them being able to sustain their economy. So,
right, but what about the US dollar no longer being the main currency around the world, like how we have been using to control, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was just explaining to Mountain. So you ever play the game Risk? No. I feel like all of us are in our own little box, right? Like, let's say that here at Talking Games, we're all our own individual countries. The name of the game is to get the most of the world to use your currency. So when you see these guys inking these deals and they're moving around, you can clearly see that the US dollar is in circulation. And that's what a lot of people are talking about as far as BRICS. BRICS is probably, let's say, if we were to stay on course, BRICS is about 20 years away from even being like something to be worried about. But there's going to be a lot of landmines that BRICS is going to be getting hit with, like these sanctions with Russia, with oil companies, refineries, and so forth. So I think that that's kind of like a red herring for when people say that stuff. Oh, watch out for bricks. I think people should just watch where the economy is, enjoy life, and get as much money as possible, and live it.
Well, I was earlier with this part. For bonds to be attractive, like you're saying, real estate has to go down, stock market has to go down. People to shift their money over to bonds. So at what cost are we going to take?
Well, the interest rates are dropping now.
I'm not at a cost no more, and you might think I'm conspiratorial, but that's honestly what triggered World War II. They think that it's all about the fucking Nazi shit, but really, what it was Germany, they were tasked with paying such incredible fucking reparations because they were blamed on World War I, that they could no longer pay their debts. And so that really is what triggered World War II, was they wanted a whole new, basically a financial reset, and that's really what happened. The bankers fucking made out really well through that, and that's what's going to happen with America. Because this whole thing is not sustainable. You talk about you want America to remain the #1 currency. Well, if you want to devalue your currency, don't pay your fucking debt and just keep on fucking printing money. And, you just have leeway because America is so deeply entrenched in the financial system. But really, if you look at it, they estimate we have 10 to 20 years before the ass falls out the bottom. And if we don't pay our debt by the time that comes, we are going to be fucked in the ass. I'm telling you, that's what happens. That's why you got people like bricks too. If you want to bully people around like what you think is going to work, you got one country trying to bully everybody around to have their foreign policy, and eventually that doesn't work. That actually did not work for Napoleon, and he was the #1 fucking world power. And when you try to force everybody your way, and it's not popular, people are going to push against it. So that's really the result of the BRICS.
But how many years ago, we're in a whole other time.
It doesn't matter.
Different technology, different.
You have to look at history, because if you got to be a student of history, Juju. This is not that fucking long ago. Hold on, the 1800s, dude. 1812 is not that long ago. It's really not.
As far as the power dynamic. Like, for example,
it is, bro, because we're talking about world powers and world currencies. Okay, you have
completely different time.
Are you telling? No, it might be different, but it's very comparable. And the financial system remains, the economy remains, all that shit we are doing the same fucking thing. And trust me, we are not evolved. We are not, we are not, vulnerable to fucking faltering just like that, dude. I mean,
I think the problem is that you got to kind of look at how these countries are entangled. So, do you think that China and America, with the amount of overlap within their trading relationship and the dependencies that occur, do you think they'll ever get into a hot war in the next 10 years?
Yes, I do. With America?
Yeah, America and China, the two biggest economies.
Well, it depends on if we have a Democrat in office. You think I'm joking, but if you look at it, man, a lot of times it's Democrats in office that, so Xi Jinping would definitely have to wait for a weak Democrat to be in office to invade Taiwan. And trust me, even the Pentagon estimates that by 2030 that fucking China will invade Taiwan. Look at the fucking ships that they're building to invade Taiwan. They have special landing craft ships just built to invade Taiwan. Trust me, they're planning on doing it too right now.
What? Sounds like China's doing some bullying.
Well, yeah.
So,
and do you think they're popular? Hold on. Do you think China? I don't understand the argument here, because I was arguing that they're not making America popular, and China is not very popular.
Alright. So then why do they have $1 trillion in a surplus trade?
Because they got a fucking they got fucking billions of people. They got millions of fucking people, or 5 billion people, and a lot of these people are not being paid a decent wage. It's a big slave labor. I mean, a lot of it was communist fucking economy, bro. Why the fuck do you think that they made it? But why did the Soviet Union become the world fucking power around, after World War II?
So I'm just pointing out the dependency. So, when you talk about Napoleon and Russia, you would have to be able to compare it within categories if it's comparable. I'm saying that China.
I see what you did there.
Right, so China and the United States of America, if China's doing bullying and they're designated, like, let's just say they were playing like the game of flag or whatever.
Britain and Napoleon. British and France were the major powers, not Russia.
No, didn't you say Napoleon went into Russia?
Yes, yes.
Well,
Yeah, and you know,
Was Russia dependent on Napoleon?
Yes, it does.
Was Russia
increase over.
Yeah, like were they both superpowers?
Yes, it does.
Highly
You've got
dependent on one another.
32,000 machinists.
They had a little bit of dependency, I mean, but not, I mean, you know, they had trade.
Not like America and China, right?
Well, probably not.
Right, and that's why it's not comparable. Because it's harder for you to be able to decouple with people that you're entrenched with. So you can decouple from Canada because our dependency on Canada.
I can remember back in the 20s when I was a smaller boy, they were always saying that they were
not significant. And we can also part ways with, like Jamaica, whatever it is. But we can't part ways without disrupting our economy and our way of life from China. It's just not going to happen.
So you're saying that if we break off from China, that it's going to disrupt us?
It would disrupt us.
Well, yeah, but I think that so China would actually be in a better position, I think, to recover because they're actually making shit. America, by and large, is dependent on a lot of fucking a lot of stuff that is not even being made by America, bro. We don't make hardly anything. Frankly, American-made
reason why we have the leverage though, so like for example, let's say that you made everything and I buy everything. Don't you have to spend money to make things?
You don't think that other people would buy Chinese goods?
Alright, so
Do buy Chinese goods?
alright, so how many countries do you think you would have to add together to fulfill our order sheet?
So let's think about that. I mean, honestly, we can look it up right now. I bet you China could definitely replace. China, if they had to, if they were forced, they can figure out how to get their revenue. Like, yes, I agree that China is dependent on on us buying our cheap fucking shitty goods. But they have
Well, everything, right?
everything. That's what I'm saying, man. Like China is in a much better position, than we are. In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, they are. If you look at it, because
So like, let's say that you spent $1 trillion so you can make things, and I'm gonna buy the things that you made for 1.5 trillion. But then I say I don't want to buy it. You have $1 trillion worth of product sitting in your containers, in your ports, has nowhere to go. What do you do?
Can you repeat that? Sorry,
Yeah, so like you make things, you spent $1 trillion in investment to make something. I have an order with you for $1.5 trillion of the items that you made. Your profit is $0.5 trillion. So now you've made the initial investment to create these products. And I'm calling you right now to say, Malcolm, I'm canceling my order. What do you do? You're negative $1 trillion.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, you're going to have to, it's not that black and white, by the way, usually, but,
of course it is.
No, it's not, but, you can find.
In this hypothetical, remember, we're talking about us just decoupling them all. I'm saying that it's not probable because of the fact that we're so deeply entrenched with one another. But let's just use the hypothetical. If we were to, you're saying China would do better. So
No, I don't necessarily think they would do better, but I'm just talking about, like, to be in a position if we just decoupled right away, like tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
It would both hurt us, yeah, for sure.
But it would hurt them in the short term a lot more.
And it would hurt us too, obviously. But I think that I honestly think we should be coming from China. I think we should be making our own shit. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I worry. It's a worry when America's not making their own things and all we're doing is fighting a bunch of foreign wars. America is not the America it used to be. You know?
What about the people you
I just see the world differently. I understand the talking points about forever wars and when you campaigned on all these certain things, but these things are based in faith. The way that the global world works, one president in one term isn't going to be able to do massive amounts of change. All they can do is prolong the inevitable. So we have to be able to look at the ebbs and flows. If people like this guy, they vote for him because they think,
Listen, he's a lot better than fucking Biden and all that and stuff, man. I mean, obviously, I'm not, but I'm just saying, man,
well, you're not attributing the good faith to his business and
yeah, but Kamala, we're in the second term, frankly, and his first term was kind of a bust. And that wasn't just his fault. He had a lot of fucking people after him, and I hated it. He had the media and fucking everybody fucking going after him. They threw the kitchen sink at him. I think it was all bullshit. But frankly, buddy, he chose a very horrible cabinet, and he had fucking a lot of horrible friends near him, and that maybe was to an experience, but, you know, it didn't look good. Okay, but it doesn't matter, because that's his first term, and 4 years goes by, and not a lot gets fucking done. We fast forward to finally we get a second fucking term, and, you know, we only got 4 more years, and now we got less than that. I expect fucking results, and Americans are shit. I'm telling you, if you think I'm the only one that's starting to get a little itchy here, bro, then you're wrong, bro. You're gonna start seeing it.
I don't want that people aren't being realistic with their expectations. What can he actually do?
So one thing he can do for sure is not go and fucking get involved with Venezuela.
Why not?
One thing we can do, because we don't need to do that. I told you that's money and bullshit for a bullshit justification. They are telling us that's because of drugs being illegal. What's the end game?
Yes, and every one of these are examples when you went down this historical, after every one of the justifications that you operated on, every one of those things had to happen for us to be number one today. So, if Venezuela has to happen for us to be number one, are you good with it?
No, you're not understanding how we became number one. We became number one because most of the world powers got fucking destroyed in World War II. You understand that?
And then we had the Burlington Agreement.
We became number one. So we became number one through God, bro. But that shit obviously we are through just literally miraculous. But really, if you look, a lot of these countries were destroyed. Germany, Russia, Britain, fucking France, absolutely fucking destroyed. The main powers. So, yeah, it makes sense, dude, that fucking America is going to be coming out number one. You notice how slowly that's getting shipped away. And if you think that these bullshit fucking wars that we are footing the bill for is going to keep us number one, you're fucking gaslighting yourself. And I hate that fucking word. But you're lying to
The relationship between us and Britain is as good as the relationship between us and Britain 11 months ago.
It doesn't fucking matter because Britain doesn't even have a military anymore. Britain can only contribute about 130,000 troops to NATO. That's all, buddy. They are nothing. So who the fuck cares about Britain?
So when we say America first, we probably don't want to spend our money on their protection, right?
I think that we have to give, just being allies, we have to be reciprocal. So what this means is we need to have other countries like France and Britain and Australia, Germany now, start to pay their fair share and take it seriously. And now, finally, Germany, with Rheinmetall and shit being their number one military corporation, they're dead set on becoming the number one fucking military superpower in Europe, and I think they should be doing that. They're finally taking that threat seriously. You know, and that's all I wanted. I wanted America and its allies. I wanted its allies to take this shit seriously. We can't. So let's look at this, bro. If you look at NATO, America is the #1 contributor for NATO in money and power. Okay, so America contributes to NATO 1.3 million soldiers. Do you know what country contributes the second most? So you're gonna be like, what? What do you think of this?
I think you're making my point.
No, it's Turkey, bro. They only contribute 300,000 or 500,000 troops. Those other countries, Germany, France, Britain, they can only contribute less than 150,000 troops. So basically, those countries are relevant. So what they've done, and they're not even contributing their 8% to their 5%. So they need to be fucking taking this shit seriously. And that's what I love that Trump was doing. That's awesome. You know, that's great. I love that fucking shit. That's all good. But I want shit back at home to be better. You understand, dude? I want shit to be better. I know.
So do you think Venezuela is more in our backyard than Ukraine?
How the people and the police
Venezuela is irrelevant, dude. Ukraine.
You think that Cuba was irrelevant during the Cold War?
Well, we got to do something.
Cuba's 90 miles away. We're not talking about Cuba.
How far is Venezuela away from
games.
What?
What else is there to do?
How far is Venezuela away from
At least fucking 6,000 miles.
They decided to try to
You think Venezuela is 6,000 miles away from America?
Let's look it up, dude.
Yeah, it's 2,000 miles.
That's a long fucking ways.
Wait, hold on. So that's probably the distance between California and New York.
Dude, that's still a long fucking ways. That's open over the ocean.
Wait, hold on. So once they take that down, and then you start seeing like how Russia, how China, and then start to get influence there, and then they take over Argentina because they already have Brazil.
Dude, it's almost 3,000 miles. Don't bullshit yourself, bro.
That's bullshit.
I mean, come on, man. From America. Hold on. The total straight line flight distance from Venezuela to the United States is 2,830 miles.
Yeah, it's 2,000.
No, bro, that's a long fucking ways. That's not even that. You can't compare Cuba. That's 90 miles away.
California from New York.
Hold on. Samoa, let's be real here. You compared Cuba, that's 90 miles away, to fucking Venezuela, 3,000 miles away.
Hold on. So you have to be able to look at where, and I'm going to look at the map right now, because what they're comparing it to is the other U.S. territories. So we have the Virgin Islands, we have Puerto Rico, because that's what they're launching off of. And then they're going to Jamaica, Trinidad. What?
We were talking about the U.S. mainland. If you're going to compare...
Hold on. We're talking about the boats. So when we're talking about these drug boats, it goes from Venezuela to Trinidad, then it goes to Jamaica, and then they're making their coastline all the way through Puerto Rico and through the Caribbean. So that's the Caribbean Sea right there.
Where is it going to America? I'm failing to fucking get where it's saying it. So this is what I'm talking about.
You're thinking that they're taking boats from there to America?
You're just admitting they're not even bringing drugs to the American mainland. So tell me again how this is.
No, they're not. Hold on. Did you think that they were bringing it to the mainland?
No, but I'm asking you, do you think